Yo, what's up, everybody? I know it's early. You guys probably ready to get on your way. I just want to start with giving a thank you to you guys. My grandfather served in World War II. Shortly thereafter, he came to PSE&G and spent the next 30 somewhat years of his career until he retired. And this company took care of him up until he was 95 years old and passed away. Everyone in New Jersey has electric, has gas. They probably walk into a building and flip on a light and they have heat and they take it for granted. And I just want to say thank you. So before I get going, I'd like all of you to give yourself a round of applause real quick. You guys do hard work, and I think when someone has a problem with it, they probably give you a call, but nobody gives you an applause for all the little things that they have. So just a little bit about myself. My name's Rafael Garay. I'm a motivational speaker and coach. A little bit about my background and why I'm here today. So my background, grew up in Bergen County, New Jersey, had a really great family, brothers and sisters. Everyone grew up, went on to college, did the right thing. When I was young, I completely train wrecked my entire life. So much that as a young adult, I found myself incarcerated. I hit a complete and utter rock bottom. One of the lowest points of my life was my mother coming in to see me and telling me that she would be there with me every day, but she could never come back to see me. So, almost losing what meant the most to me, I decided that I wanted to turn my life around. So at the time, the only thing I had access to was a few books. And I read a Tony Robbins book. At the time, I thought it was utter BS. I said, enough with this self-help crap. None of it's going to work. But I honestly had nothing else. So I took a dive into the book and I started incorporating some of the techniques into my life. And I started to get better. When you're at rock bottom, there's really nowhere else to go but up. And then for the next 10 years of my life, I decided that I was going to take a very, very steep dive into successful people, studying them, what they do, how they've achieved success, how they come from rock bottom to achieving greatness. And I was able to take those ideas with me. Some things worked, some things didn't, but I was able to find success in my life. I was able to take those ideas and implement them into my career, which gave me a career in 5 years in the corporate life, what takes most people 15 to 20. So with that, I thought I had found success. I was invited one day to go back to my high school and speak to a small group of kids. I gave them a little motivational speech, and afterwards, one of the kids came up to me and he had tears in his eyes, and he was partially blind, and he said, I've always wanted to become a lawyer. I want to graduate and go on to law school. Everyone, including my friends and my family, told me that I could not achieve it. And your speech just motivated me to go after that dream. And after that day, my idea of success completely changed. Number one, it felt amazing giving the speech. And the second part of it was I impacted somebody's life. And so I started becoming passionate about seeing people win. I feel that you only have one life. You have to do it passionately. Every day you wake up, you should be doing the things that you're passionate about. So I went back to my corporate career as a multiple six-figure earner, and I said, man, I'm losing. Why am I losing? Because I'm spending my life on someone else's time, not doing the things that set me on fire. So I became a coach to teach people how to take their passion, their dreams, and their ideas and turn it into a tangible business so they can spend their lives doing what they're passionate about. And I want to do the same for you. So you guys have an amazing career here. And if you want to go to the top, I'm going to give you 3 keys today. These are 3 keys, and you've probably heard them all before. But if you incorporate these 3 keys, I guarantee you you will be much farther along next year than you are right now. How do I know? Because I've studied the most successful people and I've incorporated them into my own life. So right now, you're finishing your week. You're finishing the year. I'm not going to ask for a raise of hands, but there's some people out there that might be saying right now in 2020 that I'm going to start something and I'm going to make it my year. Well, I will tell you this. Anyone can start. Anyone can start anything. It's how you finish. The people who are on top right now aren't thinking about getting started. They're finishing hard right now. I'm also a black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu under Renzo Gracie. Anyone can walk onto the mat and learn a choke or two. But when you're in a fight on the mat in competition, it takes heart to finish. So winners finish hard. The first key that I want to give you is have a vision. If you don't know where you're going, you will absolutely never get there. And when I say have a vision, I don't mean have a vague picture or some idea of where you may want to go. I mean you need to have a very clear and concise picture of exactly what it is you want. If you want to be a supervisor in this organization, what does that look like specifically? What does it mean like in income? What does it mean for your family? What does it mean for you? Write it down. I used to think it was a bunch of BS to write goals down. I said, no, I have it here. But again, when I hit rock bottom and I read the books, that's what they told me to do, so I did it. And it worked for me. I hope it works for you. You have to have a compelling vision, something that is drawing you towards it. And I write it down so that I can look at it every day and I can remember that vision. I can remember specifically why I'm getting up that morning, what it is that I'm driving towards. So be very specific, write it down. And also, I made a board. So I have it in words and I have it in pictures and I look at it every day. And why is that important? I'm going to tell you in a little bit. So once you have your vision, the second piece of the puzzle that you need is a plan. Sounds very simple, right? I know where I want to go, I have a plan, duh. But you need to have a strategic plan. I'm looking at a bunch of hard-ass workers in this place. I know every one of you probably bust your ass Monday to Friday, maybe even Saturday and Sunday. But what I will tell you is that hard work and hard work alone will not bring you to where you want to be. I've seen people in my life, in my family, work their asses off for their entire life, and then they're 60, 70 years old, and they're not where they want to be. Building a strategic plan is about taking your vision. Where do you want to be in 5 and 10 years? And then strategically retracting from there. So if I want to be here in 10 years, what do I need to achieve in 5? If this is what I want to achieve in 5 years, what is it that I need to achieve in the next year? And if you understand what you need to achieve in a year, then you're going to understand month by month, week by week, what are your goals? And you're also going to understand when you wake up this morning, what is it that you need to do to be on track to get to where you want to go? Let me just, a raise of hands. Does anyone have a vision, a dream? Does anyone here? Anyone? Anyone want to go somewhere? Nobody? Anyone? We got 1. We got 2. 3. I believe we didn't come on this planet to be mediocre. I don't think anyone ever wakes up and says, I want to be half-ass at life. I want to have half the money. I want to half this and half that. No. I don't ever say that. You want all of it. And it's absolutely possible. So I'm just passionate. I hope that what I'm saying to you, I hope one of you takes it and wins, because I'm all about seeing people win. I love it. So take this. Take it and win. The final piece of the puzzle, you have your strategic plan, you have your vision. Remember, going back to the vision, you wrote it down. You have the pictures there and you looked at it every single day. So it's burned in your mind what it is exactly that you want in your life. You've strategically planned. And you don't just think it in your head, you write it down. You know every day, what do I need to do to win? And you execute. Winners execute, winners finish, period. What does all of that do when you understand your vision? You understand how to get there. The third and final piece is your why. Why is this important to me? Why is it that I wake up and go after this dream? So for me, it all started with, I wanted to get my family back. I didn't want to spend my life getting locked up and getting in trouble. If I kept going down that route, I would be either dead or in prison right now. I chose this. That was my why. My family was my why. So you need to figure out why what you're doing is important. Because the flip side of everything is that when you have your vision and you have your plan, guess what? It's going to completely fall apart. It's supposed to. Life isn't easy. Life is always going to throw shit in your face every single day. Anyone ever get shit thrown in their face? Yeah, me. Me too. Still, all the time. But you have to realize the people that win, they're ready for it. So you're going to change your plan because it's going to fall apart. But you never change your vision. You never change where you want to go. So when the shit hits you in the face, you remember why you started. And when your why is strong enough, you will kick the shit out of anything that comes into your life. Period. You have a problem that gets thrown at you, walk through it. Somebody stands between you and where you want to go, you walk right through them. You have a problem in front of you, you go around it, you go under it, you go over it, or you kick a hole in it. Bottom line. Because your why will make you unstoppable. So figure out why you're doing it. Why did you come here? Why are you on this planet? Why are you in this room? Why? So you have a vision, you have a plan, and you have something that makes you unstoppable. So the final piece of it, now you have all of that. How do you string it together? Action. These are the most simple things, and they may sound elementary to you, but I guarantee you, if you actually do them, I guarantee it. If you write down your goal, where you want to go, and you strategically plan how you're going to get there, and you understand that shit's going to get thrown at you, and when that shit gets thrown at you, you're going to keep moving forward, there's nothing that's going to stop you from getting to where you want to go. Who here wants to win? I want to win. I want to see you win. So go out there, draw a line in the sand, and say, my vision, my why, and go for it. I want to see everyone in this room win. Let's go do it. Thank you, guys.